Some challenges I've had is losing my older brother. He died from an addiction to opioids in 2016. We started seeing signs of Jamie and his addiction. My parents started seeing it a lot earlier than I did.
When Jamie was about 15 or 16, he was misdiagnosed with having ADHD, and I knew it wasn't true. That misdiagnosis and that prescription of Adderall led Jamie on the path once he got to university to start, basically, I say, self-abusing.
There were moments where I thought and questioned Jamie, and a few times right in front of Arlen, where I said, "Are you high?" And he'd laugh it off and say, "I'm not high."
Jamie had come up to see me at school, and I knew he was high. He couldn't stand still. He was falling asleep, standing up. Then he was being loud and disruptive, and I told him he needed to leave my apartment. I had to study. 2 days later, I got a phone call from a number I didn't know, but I told myself to answer it, and I did, and it was Jamie, and he was in the Brighton Recovery Center. He said he flipped his car on the way home, and at that point, he said to my parents, "I need help."
Given that we had no experience with anyone with substance use, we didn't know where to turn. We didn't know what to do, and so we did give in to Jamie, and we didn't talk about it.
He stayed in Brighton for a week. He was on detox, and then we sent him to Florida.
He was 7 months in recovery, and someone gave him heroin laced with fentanyl, and he ingested that, and he died. They left him there to die.
Well, leading up to it was a challenge, and that's why I think both Lisa and I now say to many people, it's the shame and stigma that can preclude recovery.
I think also when people talk about mental health, they don't associate it with substance use disorder. And, to us, substance use is a result of a mental health issue. Jamie was a perfectionist, and if it didn't go that way, he got very stressed out about it. So knowing his personality was like that, it didn't occur to me that it could be anything more severe.
The most difficult thing for me was losing my brother. He not only was my brother, but he was my very best friend. We've been dealing with it by starting the Jamie Daniels Foundation, kind of letting people know that it's okay to talk about it.
Talk about the Daniels, talk about Jamie, talk about what he did, talk about what we did or didn't do. Keep the conversation going. Realize that this can happen to anybody.